welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Self-Winding Chronograph in black ceramic and blue ceramic, reference 26420CE.OO.A043VE.01. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the history of the Offshore, then tell you about where this watch stands in the lineup with respect to others in the same category, then talk to you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet, and finally give you my thoughts. So let's start with the history. The Offshore is an offshoot of the Royal Oak. The Royal Oak came out in 1972, was designed by Gerald Genta, and about 20 years later, in 1993, the Offshore was created. It's a offshoot of the Royal Oak because it's basically an offshoot, it's basically a Royal Oak on steroids. It looks like the Royal Oak in almost every way, except it looks like a more sporty, more beefed up version of the Royal Oak. So in some sense, you can almost consider it like a Royal Oak, except like I said, just more beefed up, the sporty version. Now the Royal Oak is actually a sports watch, but some can wear it as a dress watch because it's a little bit thinner and looks still somewhat dressy, somewhat, not really, but somewhat. The Offshore, on the other hand, completely is a sports watch. It's no way a dress watch at all. It's a watch that you would wear with sporting attire, jeans, shorts, khakis maybe, but some leather jacket, something that is very sporty, and that's the Offshore. And now it was not created by Gerald Genta. I forgot the name of the person who created it, but when it was launched in 1993, which is actually 30 years ago now, it didn't have the biggest fan reception. It wasn't a massive hit at first. It took 3 to 5 years before it started to pick up, but oh boy, when it did pick up in approximately 2000, and probably was at the height of its powers in, like, I would say 2010 until now, actually, it did very, very well, and people started liking the Offshore more than the Royal Oak, and the Offshore became the premier model of Audemars Piguet. Why? Well, because they made a lot of variations in the Offshore, many special editions. Up to 50% of the watches that were produced were special editions, actually even more than 50%. They made it in every color, in combination. They really killed the Offshore by just making it in a million different variations, hundreds, literally hundreds. Okay, some of those were good, some of them were bad, but they did a lot of variations nonetheless in different dial, bezel, material, pushers, strap, you name it, they did it. Okay, so they're no longer doing that though. They really scaled back on the number of variations, and they did just core collections. Okay, now that's the Offshore. And now here we are. This is the latest generation of chronograph with these style pushers. The predecessor to this watch was a 44 millimeter. Now it's a 43, which is what you see in it here. And I'm going to go through the little differences between this and the older version, so that gives you an idea of where this watch stands in the lineup. Now, I told you I was going to tell you with respect to other watches in the same category. The Offshore, they do make it with some other, they make the very basic version in steel and also in titanium. That's the cheapest version. It's somewhere in the 40K range. Okay, but they also make a gold version, which is about the same range, 60K. But they also make crazy versions of it with diamonds that are in the 150K range, and they make even crazier complications of it with tourbillons, and those are in the 300K range. So there's a wide range of them. And they also make it in ladies, and so they make a lot of variations of the Offshore, rightfully so, because it's a very beautiful watch. In my opinion, I'm going to tell you at the very end, it's the AP makes the best sports watch available, even better than Patek, and also for the value, right? RM, Richard Mille also makes great ones, but they're very overpriced. But I'm just saying, for a sports watch, in my opinion, Audemars makes the best one, and nobody's really that close. Patek makes good ones, but they're more a dress watch company than a sports watch company. AP is a sports watch company. Okay, anyways, so that's the Offshore. Now let's talk about specifically this watch. Now let's start with the case. The case is 43 millimeters. Now you might think 43 millimeters is big, small. Well, it's actually on the large side, but it's not too large. The predecessor was 44 millimeter. This one is the new evolution of that, and it's 43. It's a little bit smaller, but not only is it smaller by 1 millimeter, which is not that much, but the main thing that makes it smaller is the pushers. These pushers are much more flushed with the rest of the case. The old pushers used to stick out really far, and now they're more recessed in, and they become more part of the case. So it doesn't make the watch look so massive like it did before. So that's one good thing. Okay, and the case, now let me turn it on its side. You know, the side thickness is actually not that thick. It's only 14.4 millimeters. If you consider that a deep sea is like 16, 17 millimeters, it's thinner than that. And if you consider Datejust at 12, this Offshore at 14.4 is not that thick. And when I try it on in a little bit, you'll see it's not thick at all. And so I don't think the thickness is a cause of concern. It's a right thickness. It matches, it's proportional, so it's okay. Now the size of it, 43, it's a little bit big. Maybe 42 might have been a little bit better, but 43 is not too big. They do make a 42, it's just not a chrono. Okay. Now the case, why do I like this case? Actually, I have to be honest with you. I was going to tell you this at the very end, but I guess I'll tell it to you now. This configuration is my favorite of any Offshore at this price point. At this, let's say, when I say price point, at $100,000 or less. Now, I do like the complication tourbillons better than this, obviously, but those ones are 300,000. This one's less than 60,000. So for any Offshore under 100,000, this is my favorite one. Of even past limited editions, whatever, this one's my favorite. Why? I'll go through it right now. Because number one, it's the new style, 43 millimeter. Second, I like ceramic. Why do I like ceramic? Two things. One, it's light. It's very light. It's a lot, and wearing a big watch, it's already cumbersome. And if it's heavy, like a gold one, it makes it worse. Two, it's very scratch proof. You almost get no scratches on it. It's very difficult to scratch it. So now you get a watch that's going to look like this pretty much for the life of the watch, unless you drop it, of course. Okay, so that's why I like it in black ceramic. It looks beautiful. And I like that they changed the polish to make it nicer beveled edges, a little bit thicker. So I love the case. All right, now let's move on to the bezel. The bezel is your iconic bezel from Audemars Piguet, which is this octagonal bezel. They're never going to go away with it. This has spawned many other models in other brands to emulate this one, but nobody can do the bezel like AP. This is the king of all bezels. Even the Nautilus tries. They do a good job. Theirs looks nice, but it's not as sporty as these, as the AP bezels. And why I like this one? Well, it's in blue ceramic. They make the bezels in different configurations for different watches. This one happens to be in blue. I think it looks amazing. Actually, I can't think of a better combination to put the bezel in blue. I'm sure they're going to make one that's all black. I don't prefer that. I like a little contrast with it. So I like it with this blue. And it looks beautiful. What can I say? All right, and it also is in ceramic, so it doesn't scratch. So there you have it. Okay, that's the bezel. Now let's talk about the dial here. Now, why I also love the dial. You know, the dial here is a smoked blue dial with mega tapestry pattern. What smoked means is that it's light in the center and dark toward the edges. And why is that good? Well, it just makes another layer of beauty and depth to the watch, as opposed to making it all flat blue. Okay, now you have also here on the hour markers, white gold applied hour markers. So these hour markers have white gold on them, and the hour markers and the hands have luminescent coating. And what is different between this and the older version is that the hands are thicker and the hour markers are more legible. So it makes the watch, even though there's a lot going on, it makes this watch super legible, which is a common thing that people don't think about. But anyways, it's just a fantastic looking dial. I like this blue smoked. It matches the bezel and the pushers. The pushers are in blue too, and it's also in blue ceramic. Okay. And also, I mentioned the crown is actually like, it has edges, but not every edge is sharp. Like I had other APs where the crown actually cracked at the very tip because it's done too sharp, and actually can even like scratch yourself. So I think it's nice that they rounded the edges of the crown. Anyways, okay, let's move on to the bracelet. Now the bracelet here, as you see it, it's done in blue. It matches the rest of the watch. It really makes the watch pop. It makes like all the attention go to the watch. It looks fantastic. It actually looks like a cloth or a canvas, but it's actually blue calf skin. So it's a leather, but they've made it look like a canvas strap. Okay, and it has a titanium pin buckle system. So the buckle is in titanium, keeps it light again, and it has this pin buckle system, kind of like a belt. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not sure if I could wear this like bright blue strap. And actually, I have to agree with you. That's why AP also adds the additional black rubber strap, which would make this watch look less like eye-popping. And to me, I actually prefer it on the black rubber strap as opposed to the blue. Okay, and by the way, you can remove these straps very easily now without any tools. Before you had to do all this funky tool stuff and potentially scratch the watch. Now you can just simply press these two buttons, release the strap, and change the strap very easily. So it just makes this watch so versatile, and it's my favorite one. I'd like to actually get one day. So yeah, you'll be very lucky if you buy it. And by the way, buy it at jazztime.com because it's the cheapest and we're the best. All right, so let's move on to the movement. Now the movement also is an upgrade. It's a caliber 4401. AP has redesigned all their movements about 5 years ago in 2018 or so, and just really did a fantastic job. And if you ask me, their movements look better than Patek movements. Patek movements look a little bit dated and look a little bit small. These are much more rugged. And if you were to give me two, like an Aquanaut, which is Patek's version of a sports watch, or this Offshore, I would take the Offshore. But why? Because a lot of reasons, and this is one of them. The movement, it looks better. The Patek movement looks good, but it doesn't look very sporty, and it also is kind of dated the way they do the rotor. I like the way that AP does it, and the movement is very thick. It's very big, not thick. It's big, and it has more power reserve. And what does that mean? It means that the watch is more efficient. Being a power reserve of 70 hours means that the watch is much more efficient than a watch that has a power reserve of 40, which is what Patek has. Okay, not to rag on Patek. Patek makes a great watch. I just think AP makes a better sports watch. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this watch on my wrist. I'm 6 foot tall. I have a 7.5 inch wrist, and okay, so let's take a look at it. How does it look on me? I really think it looks pretty awesome. As I said, it's my favorite one. I like it better than any other configuration. And I think for the approximately $60,000 that this watch is going for, it's really unbeatable. I don't think, if you compare this to an Aquanaut, you get a plain Aquanaut with no complication and just thin and nice, but not that nice. And if you compare that to this watch, I would say the Offshore is easily a winner for me. It's just a fantastic looking watch. If you want a sporty watch, you really can't go wrong with this one. Now, I like it in black ceramic and blue. That's me. If you like it in gold or steel or titanium, whatever, there's other variations of it. But yeah, the Offshore in general is awesome. This particular configuration is my favorite. The only other thing I could think of is maybe if they did it in green, I might like that, but then again, I probably would still prefer blue over green. Anyways, if you want to buy it, go to jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.